Someday, I'm going to tell you guys the entire story of my marriage from like beginning to end, including the like divorce proceedings and that. But it's a super long story, and we might do it for like the 1,000 subscriber special on the main channel. Wink. But for now, I got to tell you guys, the important part for this story is to know that at one point in my life, I was a stay-at-home husband. I got in a really bad car accident and started having stress-related seizures, which stopped after my divorce. So at one point, I did all the cooking, all the cleaning, and I worked like super part-time at a comic shop. Like when I say part-time, I mean like I worked maybe like 10 hours a week, and I made maybe $300 a month. When my ex-wife would come home, I always had the house cleaned. There was always food on the table. Now, my ex-wife and I had two animals. It was my cat, Baxter, which I've shown on stream before, and it was her dog, Padfoot, or Patters. I'm at home one night, and I had just finished mopping the floors. I mean, just finished. It was about 9 o'clock at night. My ex-wife was going to be home soon, probably about an hour, so everything was just mopped. I just finished wiping down the counters from cooking dinner. I had just fucking, everything was done, and I just sat down. Chat, when I tell you I just sat down, like this is what happened, right? Mopped. My ass gets right here to the chair, and I hear, police! So I get up and I go to the door and I open it up, and standing at the door is the manager to the apartment complex, two police officers, and an agent from Child Protective Services. The agent from Child Protective Services says, "Sir, we've been getting calls about you leaving a baby here by themselves." Huh? I said, "Sir, it's just me and my wife here. We don't have a child." He goes, "Well, we've been getting a lot of complaints. The apartment manager has too." I said, "You know what? Come on in. You're welcome to search. There is no child here." So they spend the next 35 minutes looking in closets, under beds. They're walking across my floor. And now, keep in mind, it had just been raining outside. So they've got muddy shoes walking across my clean fucking floor. They're opening closets, they're looking under beds, and of course, they find no evidence of a child, because we had none. The manager looks at me and she goes, "Well, the complaint said that they keep hearing you say daddy will be back, and then they don't hear any other activity in the apartment." So I stare at these four, and I said, "Patters, come see daddy." And this fucking little dog comes and sits right next to me. The look on the CPS agent's face, I thought he was going to kill somebody. I've never seen so much anger and wasted time. So the officers say, "Fuck this." They leave. The CPS agent leaves. The apartment manager profusely apologizes and leaves. As my ass touches the chair, I hear another knock. So I get up and I go answer it. And there is the apartment manager with an old ass lady. When I say old ass lady, I mean old ass lady. This woman was so old, she did not stop whittling. She was that kind of old. The wrinkles on this woman could have been used to map out a professional dirt biking competition. This woman could barely walk. She did the old person version of the Chevy Twist. She fart and dust come out. She breathed and dust come out. The apartment manager goes, "See, there's no child in the apartment. First off, complete breach of privacy. Do not bring strangers to my apartment. Second of all, you don't need to prove shit to the bitch. You called the cops, CPS. They determined nothing. She needs no proof." So I go to shut the door, and the old lady goes, "I hear you. Leaving children here." I looked this woman dead in the face, and I said, "It's a dog, you old fucking skeleton." And I slammed the door. That's not where the story ends. 3 months later, I'm coming out of my apartment, and there is a moving crew, and they are just shifting out shit. I mean, like a lot of shit. And there's this woman standing there. She's very young, and I was like, oh, you guys are moving? She goes, no, my mom passed away. I was like, oh, that sucks. She goes, yeah, she was in the apartment right below yours. And without thinking, no filter, no understanding of what I just heard, I look this poor grieving woman in the face and go, oh, the dumb bitch died? Hey, hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you did, please make sure to subscribe so you can see more of my story times down the road. I try to do one at least once every couple of weeks and hopefully pick that up a little bit more soon. If you want to see me tell stories live, or you want a request for me to even tell stories, you can definitely join us over on twitch.tv/KaiserTheBard. That is going to be linked down in the description as well. And if gaming is more your thing, I do post DVD content Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on my second gaming channel. So please make sure you guys go down in the description or click somewhere on the screen. The little face should pop up. Other than that, I love you guys all so much, and I will see you in the next one.